Alright guys, Jeremy Childs here. As promised, I was going to give you a look at the plsk1 Abo-man version. It's a very early version of the plsk1 Pathfinder knife. If I decided to use it. Well, as you can tell, since I'm making the video, I've made my decision. I'm using it. I just can't go without using a beautiful knife like that. So without further ado, I'm going to give you a close-up view of it, and as compared with a newer blind horse version of the same knife. So here you go. Alright, I have touched up the blade just slightly. Sorry if this angle sucks. There was no nicks, scratches, or anything, just a very heavy patina that kind of drug on the knife a little bit. So, touch that up to a razor sharp edge, and now she's ready to go. Now, as you can see on this, there's a very high Scandi grind here. As opposed to the newer one, it only comes up to roughly about here. This makes for a very slicey knife. It is, the ability to get it sharp is so much easier for me anyway. The other one's kind of a little bit of a chore because of the very steep angle of that Scandi grind. So, and I'll give them side by side right here. I've got the other one. And as you can see, this one is the newer one. This is the older version. It's about twice as, well, it's a much steeper angle. So we'll just do a couple feather sticks with them real quick, and we'll get to it. Sorry guys, I don't have any editing software whatsoever, so this is kind of going to be either one take, or if it works, it works. If not, oh well. So, just do some quick feather sticks real quick. Now, I apologize if you get a bunch of wind noise. It's a windy day, and I don't really have any way to buffer it out. First impression on this thing, man, is this sweet. Even though I'm not really keeping them all on the stick, but got to figure out that grind angle a little bit better. But it is a slicey little sucker. I'm liking it. Now I'm not gonna try to make this video too horrible long. It's just kind of a comparison between the newer and old style of the plsk1. I said when I first got the newer version, I wasn't horribly impressed with it, I guess. The more I've had it, the more it kind of grew on me. All I'm doing here is just kind of taking off the ridges I'm making, doing them variable in thickness. Actually, let's get that camera over here. See if we can't get a closer up view of that. Hopefully this is in frame. If not, sorry guys. Those tiny little curls. Now I'm using Eastern Red Cedar. Nothing too spectacular here. It is a semi-soft wood. I would say that's good for that one. Let's try the other knife. Good candidate here. You can tell right off with that steeper angle, although it's doing a good job, it's just not as bitey as the other one. Not a horrible issue, it's very serviceable and is much more durable. As you can tell, I've used this one a little bit. I haven't forced a patina, this is just kind of, it's natural. Naturally from being used. Okay, there's a very simple one. Alright, well, I'm not going to be using this thing really to beat on, I'm not going to be using this to baton very much. I do like the slicing capability of it. I made a couple of tri-sticks earlier, worked amazingly well. This one of course works well too. It's just not as slicey, and I don't know how to really explain that. The higher grind on this just makes it bite so much easier and is so much sharper. Real quick, I'll just light these things on fire and go from there. And there's a lot of guys that even say a 3/8 or 3/16 knife shouldn't be able to make curls that you can just light up with a ferro rod. Well, hopefully this will disprove that. I'll go ahead and use this one. Whoops. Sorry guys. I guess that's a little too much jiggling for the camera. Let's try that a little different way. And they're on fire. Not a beautiful way of doing it, but it is what it is. Scrape a lot of your ferro rod off, but it's very effective. And you don't have to have the greatest tinder bundle in the world. Oh. But, God, I love the smell of burning cedar. Oh. Same can be done, of course, with your cedar. Let's get rid of those. Cedar fluff ball from the cedar bark. This is just broken down and to where it has more surface area. There she goes. Very simple, natural resources. Sorry about the button on my shirt. Oh. Alright guys. Jeremy Childs. Thanks a lot.